Hello, this is Bruce Cheaney. I'm over here in the bit and spur shop in my metal working shop, and I've got a couple metal bending jigs here that were made a number of years ago, and I use a 1/2-inch drill to power and bend 3/8 rod and 5/16 round steel rods. And I'd just like to share with you how these metal working jigs work and maybe give you an idea. It's after I've used these a number of years, I realized that the drill is not even necessary, that you can use leverage to bend your parts. And I'll just give you an idea or two here and show you how this jig works. So let's take a look. This particular bending jig or fixture is made like this. It's got two pieces of 2-inch by 1/4-inch hot rolled steel to make a track. This is a piece of 1/4-inch thick by 1-inch thick strap, and then my jig is ground to shape. The female side here and then the male side there is the way I described that. And I use this drill, I need to plug it in, to back the, I'll plug that in real quick. As you can see, I've got a coarse thread here. This was actually a bolt, coarse thread nut, and this nut here has been drilled out. It's just to keep the threaded shaft aligned with the fixture. And up in here, this has been drilled out, and that's just basically a socket to push that up in there. As you can see, I've already heated some of these steel pieces in the middle, and then I use my drill to push that up in there. And a couple different ways to mark your length is you can actually make a fixture that you can use a hacksaw to mark, and you either use a bandsaw, cut-off saw, or whatever to trim your piece to the length you need. So I'm going to show you how I bend these steel pieces. Put that aside. I've got a piece of 5/16 round rod right here, and I'm going to use my cutting torch to heat this piece of steel. It possibly can be done cold, and you can rig up a jig like this with a long lever, 1/2-inch thick by 1-inch wide, and have it where it pushes it in. Be very simple to fix a pivot here, and then have a round piece of stock there, and when you push it in, it would just do it mechanically. So what I do is heat my pieces here like this, basically right in the center. When it gets dull red, that's good enough. And I'll push that up in there with my drill. This is basically just to give you ideas of how you can make your own bending jig. That's about all it takes right there. Drop that down in there like that. Set my torch over there. And let that sit there for a second, and then if you'd like, and if you've got your piece, your fixture is the right length, you can make you a little hacksaw mark there, and you'll know where to cut that off. If your piece is extra long, in most cases mine are, I guess you could figure out and trim that to the right length to begin with. This way works for me. Then the next thing I'll do here is back my threaded shaft up there and just kind of push this piece back, and then I've got my piece bent the way I want it.